I can't scream. Because if I scream, I probably wake the whole neighborhood right now. Here we freaking go again with another mega rant. I don't know when one is enough. Because I'm just wearing myself out, this year, I don't know what is worse, because I've seen a lot of shitty films that came out this year. Well, let alone I've seen a lot of good films that came out this year, But as for the films I hated this year, well, most of them were horror films, but still. I hate X. I hated, what was the other one that came out? Oh, Men. I hate all Halloween Ends. I hate that film to death. I hate Texas Chainsaw Massacre to death. No, I'm keep on saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. There you go. And I thought the one that would piss me off most was Prey, because that film just basically just shits on, because they want to kiss so much of the first Predator's ass, how it's great, rightfully so, because I love the first Predator film. But thing is though, this film continues to get shit on day after day. That's why it's one of the most underrated sequel of all time, And then Prey wants to get, and let alone the Predator 2 as well from 2018, wants to continue shitting on this movie as well. But I don't know what is worse. Probably say I'll still say Prey is still the worst one still, because I love Predator 2, huge fan of it, huge fan of Predator 2, highly criminally underrated. That's why I'll probably say Prey is still the worst. But thing is though, with this though, it's another franchise that just got dumped on, shit on, and flushed down the toilet. And it's all because of Kevin Smith. So yeah, when I bring about Kevin Smith, this film, Clerks 3. Now the thing is though, I have them right here. I have this special edition set of the first Clerks. I like Clerks. Great comedy. Fantastic comedy. And I even have the second film, Clerks 2. A great sequel, another great comedy as well, which this had a great ending to it as well. Now with this film, with Clerks 3, just completely ruined the ending of Clerks 2, just shit on the ending of Clerks 2. Clerks 2 does not matter no more. It just basically took Clerks 2 especially and just flushed Clerks 2 down the toilet, and it doesn't even matter no more. Son of a goddamn bitch, man. I don't know how much more I can take it. How much more I can take about all these franchises getting shit on after shit on after shit on after, And just like I said, and also the thing is, though, this is the final ceiling with Kevin Smith, because I like Kevin Smith, I like to live this, like I have some of the DVD sets of Evening with Kevin Smith 1, 2, and etc. I even did not mind like the Clerks cartoon series. Other thing with Kevin Smith, I liked Mallrats. I liked Drawing Flies, which he didn't direct though, but he wrote it. I like Drawing Flies. Chasing Amy, Dogma. I liked. What was it? Jersey Girl with that George Carlin was in it. I didn't hate the movie. That's the thing. I didn't hate the movie. It wasn't the best though, but I didn't hate it. Which I would easily watch Jersey Girl over this easily. And I enjoyed Clerks too, That had a great ending for that, and that now this film just flushed all that down the toilet, down the shitter. So yeah, Randall basically the whole thing with Randall at the end of Clerks in Clerks 2. he's misery. He's miserable, and let alone a jackass. You know. And Rosario Dawson, who played Becky from this, who was pregnant, you know, and by this movie, just she's dead. Her and unborn child, she's dead. So that's out the window. Kevin Smith, you know, just I think the whole thing got started because ever since Zach and Mary makes a porno, right? I think he's been on a downward spiral because he was disappointed how much that film had a low opening on that weekend, and from then on he's just been on a downward spiral, and basically into madness, basically. And Seth Rogen led him to smoke the freaking pot after pot after pot, you know, which I think he did admit that. So if anyone, part of the reason, blame Seth Rogen. And so I hate the rest of his movies as this, you know. It's kind of like the feeling of M. Night Shyamalan in a way, you know. After he started off great, you know. Well, now M. Night, because I like Unbreakable and I like Science. Sixth Sense I can still watch though, but Sixth Sense I'd rather watch. And Science and Unbreakable I'll watch though, but since Science, everything he's done has been shit, which I explained in my mega rant on The Happening. It's kind of the same thing with Kevin Smith. After he did Clerks II, right? That was 2006. Cop Out I did not like. Red State, Tusk, especially I hated Tusk. Yoga Hosers, I think it's his. I would say this is probably his worst because Yoga Hosers, it was very shit. Oh, and Jail and Silent Bob reboot. God damn, man. And there was even with Tusk and Yoga Hosers, he was even probably planning on doing another one called Moose Jaws. You know, it's Jaws but with a moose. It's a good thing that never came up to be. You know, it's a good thing that never got made. After you did Clerks II, I just hated everything. I say everything's done after Clerks II. He had because it was such a great ending with this, and now it's all ruined now. Because like I said, Randall, he's miserable. He's a douchebag, especially to Dante, and even Dante, he's like seeing the ghost of his wife, and then with Randall treat him like shit, you know, just. And then at the point where he gives him a heart attack, and saying stuff that, you know, is just talking more shit to Dante. Even when what was it? Because they want to make this a very crappy movie. Because a lot of things that they want to throw is once again nostalgia, right? I keep on saying about nostalgia because especially more it's a reference of the first movie, you know. And even when Dante's funeral was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be here," I'm like, "Great, Randall." It's just so far how Kevin Smith has fallen. Now, even though the guy had a heart attack, which I'm glad he recovered. Though I hold no ill will to who has a serious medical condition. I'm glad it was like the same back with Tracy Morgan, right? He had an accident, and I was glad that he recovered. I feel the same way with Kevin Smith. I don't hold any ill will, you know, towards anybody who has like a serious something like that, you know. But just saying as a writer, as a director, this guy Kevin Smith, he doesn't know how to write anymore. He doesn't know how to direct anymore. Okay. And the guy's not funny no more either. Because now he just seems like all times he seems like he's out of it, you know. He's like, you know, even with this back then he used to be good, you know. He used to be worth a shit. Okay, but I'm gonna just tire myself up just you know. I just can't take any more of this movie, but. And there's a lot of this. The jokes in this is so unfunny. You just want to keep on fisting the nostalgia in your face again, especially for the first movie. I want to recreate scenes from the first movie, which why? Well, because for your shitty movie, of course, and just like Jay and Silent Bob were there. It's like I thought the reboot of Jay and Silent Bob was bad, but this takes the cake. And then also no, he's I forgot so much, man. With Dante, he's a Force Ghost as well. I say Force Ghost, that's what they look like. Except I think I forget when they're not freaking glowing. And Elias, if we've seen from the previous, he's more aggravating and annoying in this, which I was putting up with him in the previous though, but I think he's much more annoying and aggravating in this movie even more. The big question is what the actual flying ever happened to Kevin Smith, And what's so mind-boggling is that for on IMDb this has a 6.5, before I remember. Why, I have no idea. And if people who like this movie, tell me why. What is so great? What is so great? What is so funny about Clerks III? I didn't find nothing in the humor of this film even funny at all. I found no humor funny at all. Because Kevin Smith, he just took these beloved characters, and he just took a huge dump on all of them. He took a dump on all of these characters I enjoyed, and let alone his own movies. And it is so depressing to watch. Well, it's for Kevin Smith, it's depressing to watch him, yes, but it's also it's just so depressing to watch in general, just how this is not a comedy. It's like a drama soap opera in a way, but telling shitty jokes as well. Because I don't see this, it's not really comedy at all. Because even though, as I said, nothing is funny in this movie anyway. Hey, here we go again. My body is literally is wearing myself down because when it talks to come into shitty movies, it just makes me want to just stop talking. It makes me want to go fall off fucking sleep. Jeez. Yeah, and then when it's like when the guy is like on his deathbed, when Dante is on his deathbed, and when Randall found from Elias, says, we got with the budget for the money, for making their shitty movies. Like, why did you get the money? What does this matter that he has the money or not? Because the guy is in the hospital. You gave him the heart attack. This is what I mean. And yeah, appearances because during when he has auditions for making their movie. You got auditions. You have Sarah Michelle Gellar cameos and Freddie Prinze Jr. And Justin Long, which he has a weird accent. Even Ben Affleck has like a weird accent. And also Scott Mosier as well. And Anthony Michael Hall. He's also in this as well. For appearance. And Jason Mewes, like I said, Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith as Jay and Silent Bob, And as far as for Jason Mewes, which the years after when he got sober, when he sobered up, years later, which is good, But as far as portraying the character of Jay, right? This is Jason Mewes' worst performance as the portrayal of the character of Jay. From which I enjoyed from both these movies and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and as far as the character, this is the worst performance of the character. for Jay. And I like Jason Mewes. Kevin Smith, he's just like not all there no more as Silent Bob. He's just not all there no more. This film is a freaking joke. Not as a joke as it's supposed to be funny. It's not. It literally is, as a joke, right? I don't see how people can just be okay with this, If people who enjoy these two movies, and people who like this movie, how can you defend this movie? Because Kevin Smith, he just made Randall a complete and utter asshole. He basically killed his friend, caused him to have a heart attack, and we want to show this movie, which we don't even see, but a lot of us were recreated from the first scenes from the first Clerks movie. It makes me want to hate. It just makes me hate the Randall character now. That's the thing. I wish this film didn't exist though. That I would stick with a good ending with this though. But the thing is though, the reality is they exist though, and they just. I can always pretend to say that film does not exist, or like I say with Prey does not exist, or even The Predator, and I will stick with the good films I have. It is amazing. Kevin Smith. I forgot to mention about the shitty He-Man cartoon he was involved with. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. That wonderful masterpiece. I'll stick with the old Masters of the Universe cartoon. Hell, I like watching the Dolph Lundgren movie of the He-Man Masters of the Universe over that shitty cartoon. Kevin Smith doesn't know what he's doing no more. Okay, like I said, I'm glad he recovered from his heart attack. I'm glad, but at the same time, on the flip side, the door swings both ways. Right, Mike Harrigan? The door swings both ways. He does not direct. He doesn't direct worth the shit anymore. He can't write worth the shit no more. Okay, he's just basically. If he made this film, he basically didn't give a fuck about how he just shit on his own movies, shit on the characters. He's probably smoking pot still. Which he still has since probably after that. He was probably just doing this, smoking, like, I think I'll make another Clerks III movie. And I think I'll make us get rid of, I hate the characters, well, especially the Randall character. And I feel like, I think I'll just go and just make a movie this next sequel that'll just ruin the previous film. Yeah. My God. What is there else to talk about? There's not much to talk about. It's basically a drama soap opera without the comedy in it. Because Randall, he's an asshole. That's the thing. He just gave Dante a heart attack and treated him like shit. Well, since I'm making this crappy film, which we don't even see. But with the things we do try to recreate from the first Clerks movie, and all the other references from the first movie as well. Because once again, I keep seeing nostalgia right in your face once again. But I'm tired of the nostalgia. I'm tired of hearing that word. Yes, like I said, there is like a couple of nostalgics here and there that I can accept though. But when this is doing all the freaking time with other franchises with all the callbacks, it's like a redundant formula. It's the same formula, but once again, another franchise they just basically got shit on, like all the other ones I've said previously. These films, which pisses me off, these films don't matter no more. Especially Clerks 2 does not matter no more. This film is basically, you can say, retcon it, basically. This makes this film complete. It's a pointless sequel now. It doesn't matter no more. That's the thing. It doesn't matter, and it's pointless now. This is what pisses me off more. Kevin Smith, stop now, okay? Stop with just retire, like just like with M. Night, retire and just don't ever make another movie ever again, okay? Don't do more comedy anymore. Just retire, go back in hiding, or go back to your house and just smoke your pot. That's all I could say, okay? Because you just can't do nothing worth the shit no more. And you just cemented this with this movie. You just cemented it for me, okay? I'm done with your ass, okay? I'm done with you. Don't even bother making nothing anymore, okay? Just like with M. Night. Just go away and don't come back. Or I'm being too harsh. Well, the thing is, so sometimes the truth has to be said, okay? Sometimes you can't just say nice things all the time. Sometimes you have to be, you have to go a little harsh ways sometimes. Because otherwise, if you don't, they'll just keep on getting the pass. It's like with M. Night, who keeps continuing to gain work, and now with Kevin Smith, okay? This will be the top 3. I would say this is the top 3 worst films I've seen this year. I mean, Prey, I hated to death because that was also an insult to this. 2 films I've enjoyed that were just basically got shit on still. That still gets shit on, and now this got shit on now. And this, especially this one, this doesn't matter no more. It's pointless now. Son of a bitch, man. Because the thing is, I highly enjoyed Clerks and Clerks 2. That's the thing. I liked Kevin Smith back then. He was back when he wasn't worth a shit. And now he's not no more, and he's a joke. Clerk, I hate this film. I just gotta calm down or else I'm gonna lose it now, because I just don't know how many more of these mega rants I can do, because I'm just gonna blow my freaking top, blow my brains out. You know. Listen, I've enjoyed. There was other films like especially with comedy. Jackass Forever. Speaking of comedies, Jackass Forever was much more a better comedy than this. And I like the Jackass movies. Johnny Knoxville, he was still funny still. Sadly, he's still more funnier than Kevin Smith is. Although I wasn't big on Bad Grandpa though, or there was that other one that he was involved with like from a year or so ago that flopped. I forget the other name was. It was not Bad Grandpa. It was another one. It was like some kind of involved in like an amusement park or something. I forget though. But Jackass Forever, I enjoyed this year. Better comedy than Clerks 3. Johnny Knoxville is better, funnier than Kevin Smith. Fuck Clerks 3. Fuck Kevin Smith. Yeah, I will also say that Clerks 3 does not exist. I'll just rather watch the ending of Clerks 2, which ended it perfectly. I know it exists, but I choose not to say that it doesn't exist. I always like watching. I rather watch the cartoon series of Clerks as better than this. Drawing Flies, Mallrats, Dogma, Chasing Amy, Jersey Girl I'd rather watch over this. And even sad to say, I'd rather watch Red State or Cop Out more than this. Now, Tusk, I'm not even going there. About a man who gets turned into a walrus. Yoga hosers with Nazi bratwurst or wherever those little things are. So I don't know what I can say about Clerks 3. I didn't get much because, like I said, there's not much to talk about. All it is basically it's basically Randall the asshole in this movie. That's the thing. That's the gist of the story is. Randall the asshole, Dante's dead, making their crap movie while still working at Quick Stop. Yeah, it was like a text at the end of the movie saying, "Oh, after all this, Randall, even though he's like his 90 or whatever, he still makes movies and he still works at Quick Stop." Jesus Christ. And it was a part of the even dumb line where even Dante's like, "Oh, what was it like?" It's like, "Oh, I still trust him." I'm like, really? You still trust Randall after he just gave you a heart attack and just basically killed you, killed your ass. I mean, just Brian O'Halloran. It's just funny though. I just did on my Halloween with another mega rant. On The Happening. Brian O'Halloran had an appearance in it as a guy driving the Jeep. With John Leguizamo. Never says a line of dialogue in that. Sadly, he had no dialogue, but sadly he gave a better performance than he did here. And I hate The Happening. I don't want to give that film the praise whatsoever. Kevin Smith, like I said, screw you. Just don't make any more movies. Can't write no more. You can't direct no more. Just go away like Kevin Smith and never come back. I mean, like with M. Night, never come back. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Clerks 3. It's probably just I'm not gonna make this another hour long mega rant like I did with the previous two films with Texas Chainsaw and Halloween Ends. No, I don't want to go too far on that. But this is easily my top 3 worst of this year, with Prey, and I still decide what other ones I in order will. But you'll all that know by the end of this year. So, but yeah, fuck Clerks 3 and fuck Kevin Smith. Later.